Hello, assalamu alaikum, and good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this, really. Welcome for another episode. You guys are back for like the first time. I think like the 4 or 5 of you that have decided to turn up and listen to our podcast. We wanted to thank you for that. So I guess thank you.
कैसे आप लोग कैसे हैं
Yeah, how
हम
do
भी
you have
ढीठ
so
हैं
much energy?
हम भी ढीठ हैं हम भी आते रहेंगे
I think Adil ज़्यादा ढीठ है मुझसे, लेकिन
बिल्कुल 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 ऐसा ही हुआ है आज ऐसा ही हुआ है
हाँ, basically I
yeah,
had
just
to
hold
do
on a
one of
second
those.
hold on a second I need to have some chai in my daddy cup
Understood. I should probably ask for mine because honestly, it's as you guys Friday evening. I just finished work and I have to do one of those. Remember Adi? One of those
क्या
Saturday morning games when I had to come and pick you up from your bed.
I have no recollection of that
Yes, that's exactly. Nay, this absolutely happened and not happened. It's happened many times. Many times. Not
yeah
It's happened many times. And then
why did you tell them
sometimes some
why didn't you tell
sometimes
them
So, पहले तो I would say there was a friend of ours who would lend us so not lend us, but like do the pickups on Friday mornings for cricket games, and he would we would go house to house, sometimes
yeah
picking people up
picking up
on the way.
picking half the team in his was it patrol or Land Cruiser or was it
I think it was
Lexus
a
one
line.
of those
I
four
think it was a
wheels
line. Yeah, one of
one of
those
those
4 wheels.
SUVs. So
And
he would pick Umar, although my home came first on his way, but he would pick Umar first
yeah,
and then come to pick me.
silence now, na.
Awkward silence की बात नहीं है किसी ने आके मुझे जगाना भी तो होता था जो वो तो नहीं
Yeah,
आता
actually.
था
So that's the lead up to the story, right?
yeah.
The lead up is obviously मैं
भाई एक सेकंड एक disclaimer before this story. I love my sleep. I love
yeah
my sleep. I only sleep when I'm sleepy. I don't sleep randomly. मतलब मैं नींद से लड़ता झगड़ता हूँ और जब मुझे एकदम जब नींद जीत जाती है तब मैं सोता हूँ और जब मैं सोता हूँ एंड नोइंग दैट इट्स अ वीकेंड तो फिर मैं सोता हूँ फिर मुझे सिर्फ शायद न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब ही उठता है
yes. So, but ठीक है. That's I appreciate your dedication to sleep. But what I will also say is यार बाकियों पे तो रहम कर लो यार. Like हम लोग की क्या गलती है?
यार
Like picture the scene, okay? Like, and this is not particularly complimenting to like to basically my character as well. I don't like to do this. 6:30-7 बजे मतलब फजर के टाइम में नहीं है, फजर के बाद के टाइम में तो मतलब घर पे जो उठा भी हुआ है वो बाकी बाद में सो जाएगा, ठीक है? So I basically go up to Adil's house. I ring the bell and Adil's mother opens the door and she's frenetically looking at me as if, why am I showing up at the door at like 6:30 in the morning? And obviously, I had to
probably
tell
that was the
Auntie
first
that
time that was the first time she did that so she was
I guess so.
surprised
Yeah, that's right. बाद में उनको पता लगा हाँ एकदम बहुत ऐसे हुआ था हाँ जाओ okay Adil हाँ okay जाओ that was so funny. And then yeah, just one time I had to go. The first time I had to then go inside. And Adil भाई घोड़े बेड़े मतलब होता है ना कि एक के बंदे ने you were tempted to get up because there's a cricket game that we've got to play and there are 12 other people that are gonna from our team and there were some people who used to come watch as well for the sake of it, right?
yes
That's obviously one of the fond memories from way back when.
अच्छा तुझे पता है so you used to come wake me up at times somehow I don't know how or how this happened Asim would another dear friend of ours was coming to wake me up एक बार उसने मुझे कैसे उठाया तो उसने I think
एक second. Before you proceed with the story, I'm very tempted to put
Like,
you know, of
बिल्कुल
course not. Of course, so yeah,
नहीं,
that's
प्यारा
not in
भाई है
my
हमारा
head.
वो, प्यारा भाई है तो बहुत प्यारा वैसे ये तो है।
But yeah, carry on.
आसिम मुझे उठाने आया तो कहता है अभी उठाता हूँ। आसिम कहता तू नहीं उठेगा तो मैं भी तेरे साथ बिस्तर में सो रहा हूँ। तो मैं बोला नहीं मैं उठ तो मैं फौरन से उठ गया।
That's a really cool strategy. That's how you're supposed to do it, obviously.
नहीं और दूसरी बात पता है क्या, यू गाइस स्पॉइल्ड मी, आई न्यू आई हैड सच गुड फ्रेंड्स के कुछ भी हो जाए मेरे को तो उठा देंगे, तो इसलिए मैं आराम से सोता था कि मुझे तो उठा दी।
हाँ, yeah. लेकिन हम भी तो गलत थे ना कि हम तो बनेंगे, हम घर देंगे कि उठाएंगे इसे। मतलब
ये तो
एक दो दफा पता है अगले को एम्बैरस कर देता है कि भाई oh you overslept and then okay you didn't come, right? But no, we won't
yeah
तो हम घर से उठा कर लेकर आएंगे because we don't care, like he needs to come to the game.
वेल गुड टाइम्स यार, अच्छा टाइम था।
Yeah, yeah,
विंटर्स में इतना मुश्किल होता था, यू नो अर्लियर जब आप ग्राउंड में जाओ आप कोजी गाड़ी में कोजी हो रहे होते हो एंड देन यू
oh yeah,
सडनली गेट आउट टू द ग्राउंड, वो ठंडी हवाएं, हाथ ठंडे हुए थे, वुड टेक अबाउट
yeah,
5 ओवर फॉर द हैंड टू वार्म अप, मतलब आप खड़े
yeah,
फील्ड पे यही कर रहे हो।
yeah.
गुड टाइम्स यार।
Yeah, yeah, certainly there were great times, and even though we didn't play that many actual proper tournaments,
Yeah.
I think the games that we did play, I think we had a lot of fun. And I think that was the purpose of us creating the
Hmm.
team and creating a bunch of teams,
Oh
so
yeah.
we can then create that environment for all of the friends to, kind of have that time together and enjoy ourselves and basically de-stress and de-click from the whole week. Obviously, Dubai work life is extremely crazy. Not only are you commuting 2 hours, going
Oh
and two
yeah.
hours coming back, but you're obviously spending the time at work, right? So
Nee, at
I
that
just
point in
thought
time, all of us
there's
were working as well. At that point in time,
yeah,
all of us were working as well. It's not like हम लोग school going या college going kids थे जिनका और कोई काम नहीं था. We were working as well.
yeah, exactly.
Alhamdulillah for everything.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. It was a great experience. It was very, again, a lot of fun memories with the boys. But Adil,
Indeed, indeed.
what I wanted to do for this episode of the podcast is we're talking about friends. We're talking
Mm.
about the boys that we hang out with and all that kind of stuff. And obviously, all of these boys we've known for like, let's call it 15 plus, 20 plus years, right?
Right.
After the game, we know probably for much longer than that. One person in that group, in one of those groups, I know for close to, I want to say 30 years,
अच्छा.
just because I knew him like the first day that I came into school, type of thing. So, like, like I've known these guys for a very, very long time.
Mm.
But like something not recently, but I want to say a year to a couple of years ago, something happened, which led me
Mm.
to think that, there's maybe it's just our demographic that has this mindset,
क्या?
but we like boys don't talk about a lot of things, right?
Mm.
We center ourselves to just like, yeah, like the whole week has been difficult. So let's just leave the whole week behind us and let's just talk about anything but that.
Right.
Right. And then that weekend or that time, raat ke 12 baje Dubai mein, when you hang out, becomes that safe haven, that safe space where you basically don't have to worry about your problems. And then you just hanging out, picking on each other, just having fun and, doing what you need to do to de-stress. So that's what I wanted to talk about.
That's got to do with the fact that I think boys जब मिल रहे होते थे, mostly you would meet up and just talk shit, right? Those sessions worked as therapy sessions for us. Basically stress release. A lot has been said that why it's important for guys to meet up once in a while. Alhamdulillah,
That's
we
true.
had the opportunity to meet every week. Back in the
yeah.
day. I think more important for the simple reason the guys, I think that kind of sane insanity is important for guys. I mean, where
Actually, but
they, yeah, लेकिन यार वो क्या कहते हैं उसको, no serious talk, just pulling each other's legs, making fun of things and just laughing our asses off. I think that's necessary. I think somehow this ends up making stronger bonds. as well. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. I think
Yeah.
having a good time.
Lekin, yeah,
I
kind of
and
agree.
importantly, without any hard drinks or anything, just
Oh
chai
yeah,
or
because none
yeah.
of us drink. Yeah.
I think the hardest drink was Red Bull. Needs to have, right?
Yeah. Loaded with caffeine.
हाँ तो उसके अलावा तो कुछ भी नहीं and like and we could sit for hours but there were times when my family my wife or my sister would आप इतना बैठ के and like if I like हमारी बैठक हुई let's say right now at night Friday night हम लोग बैठे हैं Saturday को शाम में बोल रहे हैं यार मुझे रात को दोस्तों में जाना है तो family is like कल तो गए थे दोस्तों में like yeah
Yeah.
but weekend है क्या करें और it's okay
Yeah.
तो आप लोग करते क्या हो मिलके बातें करते क्या बातें करते हो now I'm trying to recollect what we talked about last night. I don't have any recollection of that.
Yeah. Completely agreed.
I
Yeah.
I just remember laughing a lot.
Yeah.
अरे बस कर लेते हैं बट बातों से बात निकल आती है like things happen.
Yeah.
I think that's how we all get remain updated about each other's lives as well. और क्या चल रहा है
Yeah.
बस ये चल रहा है वो चल रहा है वो एक चीज पकड़ के
Yeah.
आधा घंटा निकाल
Yeah.
तो आई थिंक और उसी वजह से ग्रुप में काफी लड़के जो होते थे वो हेजिटेंट भी होते थे कुछ बोलने के लिए अरे मैंने कुछ बोला और कुछ गलत हो गया और निकले पकड़ा गया तो यहाँ पे 5-6 लोग बैठे हुए जो सारे पैंट
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Well, I mean, you're absolutely right, and obviously, I'll hold my hand up and say I'm probably the biggest culprit in doing a lot of those pulling situations. So I will say I'm probably part of the problem. But I'm saying that that's a problem, right? Like to an extent, I think that's healthy for us to do, and we should be doing it. And by the way, it's very important to have that time, right? That you're not thinking about anything. That's kind of the reason why men watch sports, right? Like
right
let's stop for a second and actually think about it. Like there's actually no value in us watching the game, football or cricket. Like there's literally no way that can benefit us,
yeah
right?
it does value there is value and it does benefit us the only thing is that it's not quantifiable
Yeah. And, well, over a period of time, you build that emotion towards the game, right? You have
yeah
that in that moment, you're just thinking about that ball across the field, right? And you're thinking about how those three triangles are going to enable
trying
that
girls
tactic triangle to
okay
enable the flow of play, right?
right
Because you're thinking about that, you're in the moment, and then you're not out of it, and then so anyway, कहने का मकसद ये है कि
uh,
like I think we're missing out on a big opportunity, which is we're like amongst friends. No, I'm not just talking about us. I'm talking about just in general, right? Which is, like where we are headed in our lives and so on and so forth. People look for life coaches, people look for mentors and so on and so forth. And those things are hard to come by. And when you have like such a wealth of experience among the diverse set of friends that we have, if you recall, I think in a few podcasts ago, you did mention that we've got, mashallah, a very diverse set of friends who are very successful in wherever they are in life, and so they're inspiration for some of us, and they are
true
obviously a source of desire that this is what we want to achieve in life. Wouldn't it be great that if we were able to openly have this conversation? Like I'm going to read out a few things, Tika. And
have what conversation
yeah, exactly. So I'll read out topics to you, okay, and then you can confirm or deny whether we've had these conversations. Because
okay
let me tell you this, for sure, you would have encountered these issues in your life. Anybody else?
sorry I didn't get you
Okay, so I'll start. Mental health. Okay, that is actually for a South Asian male is always an issue. Obviously, you don't want to talk about it; it's taboo. But it is a very, very, very important, sort of topic that you should be openly talking about, at least with friends, because everyone's going through something from mental health perspective. So like that. So that's one, mental health. Okay, disabilities and illness. Okay, and then divorce, right? And then what else? Body image and eating disorders. Okay, adoption, infertility, personal ambition versus family expectations. So these are like things that you are kind of dealing with on a daily basis. Like any one of these things could be issues that anyone could be dealing with at any given time. Like nobody is safe from this, but you'd never find that space to kind of talk about it with the boys, or maybe one on one you would be able to, but like, you know, 3 or 4 boys sitting together, you are gonna have a chuckle and laugh and just like so what I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, that the real conversations they're missing, and I'll tell you why. I about a year and a half ago. So as you know, my eldest is autistic, right? And every year on World Autism Awareness Day, I do a post. As you know, I guess that's
I've
the
seen
least that
them.
I
I've
can
seen
do.
them. I've seen
Yeah,
them. I've seen them. Yeah.
yeah. So that's the least that I can do in terms of awareness, right? So by the way, like the past couple of times, like a lot of people reached out to me, and the one thing that they said to me is that I can't believe that you posted this. You know, a lot of people in our culture don't do this because it's taboo, or people don't like to talk about it, or they're embarrassed, or it's this, or it's that. So the fact that you've done it, it's great, it's brave. You know, you should do more of it, be an advocate. Like me, that moment, I'd never thought about it from that perspective up until that moment. But seeing that not one person, but like a number of people had bought that thing up, and obviously this is related to disabilities, right? Kind of reconfirmed that idea that boys don't really talk about everything.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. You're mostly right. I totally agree with what you're saying. But there are exceptions to this rule. I think boys will talk to boys. Like, I won't name names, but I know, like,
Of course not.
something went down with someone and I found it out later, but someone else already was. Like, I was talking to someone and they were already aware. So those two boys had already talked. I think it's got to do with the connection. I think it's got to do with, like, you're a group of 5 or 6 or 7, you're all good friends, but there are some pairs which are more closer to one another than the rest.
Agreed.
You know what I'm trying to say? So what happens is that probably that one of those two in the pair does not talk to everyone about it, but does talk to that particular guy who is aware of his personal matters. I think more than anything, actually, हमारा cultural वो भी है कि, especially when it comes to some personal illnesses, like very personal illnesses, some of them are embarrassing. You don't want to talk about it. Because क्या होता है कि maybe you're not, you just think of it as an illness, right? But when others start making fun of it, well, maybe it's done in a good, just in a good way. But still, sometimes it might hit you wrongly.
Yeah.
I think it's थोड़ा सा embarrassing. But having said that, I've seen guys who do talk to each other. इतना ज़्यादा नहीं कि, for instance, they're sitting in a group of 8. 1 or 2 or 3 might be close to each other who talk personal stuff to each other. And I think वो ज़्यादा stronger over period इसलिए होता है because, when you're talking and the other gives you advice or listens to, maybe not doesn't even give you an advice, just listens to you, you know, and you feel good about letting that off. That's something that was bothering you.
Yeah.
So I think it becomes a habit, and when that guy, I think it's also got to do with the fact that who can you trust with this information.
Yeah, and all of those punch those they're all like those tight people that you're tight with, right? You're not going to talk about personal stuff even in that environment, I don't think.
I'll give you an example. Okay, I'll give you an example. Yeah. For instance, let's say we're sitting 5 friends. Whatever the misgivings of our culture are, if someone in a group of friends, my mom is not well, my dad is not well, my mom passed away, granddad is not well, everyone's going to be there for them. Regardless, अच्छा दोस्त है, नया दोस्त है, they're going to be there for them. Okay, you know, bro, you need anything, let me know. They'll even come to the hospital. It's happened in my cases as well. Like my mom wasn't well and friends came to meet her at hospital as well. Without my knowledge, मुझे पता भी नहीं था. अम्मी से मिलके गए hospital में. तो ऐसा भी होता है. तो उस, I think, I don't know if it's a fortunate thing. I don't think it's a fortunate. Unfortunately, the guys are there for you. at the back of your mind, you know, like parent के तबीयत खराब होने से hospitalization ज़्यादा severe तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता ना life में, right? Divorces happen, you get over it,
Yeah.
right? But loss of a parent or something is something which stays with you forever. And you know, in hardest of times, your friends will stand with you. They will support you in any way. So I think if they support you, you can take courage from that fact and be open ki, yaar, I can share anything that I want with them. And if I've told them in total confidence, I know it's going to be safe. But again, there's something things which I want to keep private and some things which I would like to share. In the name of taboo, you can't put everything in the name of, like, if I have an illness, if I want, I can talk to my friends about it, but I choose not to because it's something I want to keep for myself. So I think mental health की जब बात आती है, you know, if there's something that is really affecting your mental health per se, getting you depressed, getting you down, an incident is getting you down, something, I think it's very good to get a new perspective on that situation. Maybe you're not able to look at it from away. और ये भी हो सकता है ना, like, for instance, there's a situation that I'm going through, ठीक है? And I don't talk to you about it. But, you know, when I've had enough is enough and I talk to you about it, and then you come back to me telling me, यार पता है ये मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ था, मैंने इसको इस तरह टैकल किया, and I've got a solution which I couldn't think of because my experience are different than you. So I think it's necessary कि लड़के आपस में बात करें. Again, this is not preaching to anyone, but I think आपकी कोई भी problem है जो आपको लगता है you are not able to deal with yourself, talk to your close friends, take them in confidence. I think those
absolutely
अच्छे होते हैं. There are good friends who would keep your secret, who would take your secret with them to the grave. So
agreed.
I know so many guys who've gone so much out of the way out of their own way to help their friends. I'm sure you also know so many incidents, so many this thing where guys have gone out of their way to help a friend. So I think just मैंने पहले कहा, if they're with you in your hardest of times. और पता है क्या उसमें ये भी होता है, alhamdulillah, for all the misgivings again that our culture has. For instance, क्या कहते हैं, my grandma and granddad passed away a few years ago. Families came over for condolences at my place. Not only friends, families came over for condolences. So, you know, it's a big thing, you know, because we all hang out so much with each other. मतलब ऐसा है किसी दोस्त के घर के जाके खाना भी खा लिया. You know, it's like, because our parents then, because they know that these 5-6 guys are so close to each other, conversations चलती रहती हैं, बातें चलती रहती हैं. They treat you like their own.
Yeah, that's right.
So for all the misgivings that our culture has, there are a lot of positives for our culture.
I agree.
But I think with time, that is developing as well, in terms of getting better.
Yeah, well, after all, the world has become a global village. So, like, those learnings are going to expand across, you know, now, whether it be the Middle East or the subcontinent, and then it's going to become global because, you know, and the thing is, the mental health wala jo issue hai na, that is not a generational issue. ठीक है? हाँ, हो सकता है कि maybe there were people stressed out before as well because they had a lot of work, what have you. But the demands of the 2024 are more than any like century that has passed. You know, everything is now. Kids are entitled, you know, and obviously we have a culture that we need to tie ourselves to. Then there is the social demand of like how you should be doing. And then on top of all of that, by the way, this is the main thing that our life revolves around is work. And now that work is remote, that means you're bringing work home. When you're bringing work home, there's really no time of day that you're working. You're basically working whenever the work needs to get done, whether that's the weekend, the weekday, evening, or the morning. You just need to get it done. And that's the mindset that everyone has in today's world. And if we don't have that mindset, you know, what tends to happen is, you know, you tend to fall off the rail or people are not that successful for whatever reason because other people are out there working harder. And so, again, getting a maqsadiyat, there's more pressure. And with that more pressure, mental health is becoming a bigger conversation than ever before. And that's why I wanted to bring it up as a topic of conversation because this is something that, you know, we have such a healthy like I feel like, where we come from in Dubai, we have such a healthy set of friends that really have acted like that therapy session for us, every day and every time that we meet them. And I think we need to be moving forward. We need to be probably leveraging that circle a bit more through the end of trying to resolve any future mental health issues that anybody in the group may encounter, because there have been issues in the past, and for sure there will be issues in the future, right?
If anyone, if you watching has any issue, we're not professionals, but if you want to vent out, feel free to get in touch.
Exactly it. And but again, Adil, that's exactly it. It's just about me coming to, like, not me, but like, it sounds like I have issues. What I'm trying to say is, if anybody,
you can talk to me, bro.
Yeah. I will make that a point. Adil Balu.
Yeah.
Me, what I was going to say is, that's exactly it. If somebody has a problem, somebody is going through something, you don't even have to take advice from somebody. Sometimes just saying it out, se bhi both come ho jata hai, right? So that's what I mean, that, meeting, how do I solve the problem? It's when I stop thinking about how I solve the problem, is when the solution automatically came to me. Right?
Actually, I get your point. Actually, I've noticed this a lot of times. So once you're in a situation, you're not able to think objectively. Like, coming out of that, like from a bird's view, as they say. Yeah, you have to become war to solve the situation. That should be a new thing. No, you have to be war. You have to come out. You become the audience.
Yeah,
what's the whole thing?
Oh, okay. So, like, basically what you're saying in practice, yes, but not actually, because VAR is not
I know.
objective or subjective in their decision making.
But we know, because it's easier said than done. Bro, look at it objectively. I'm not able to, bro.
Yeah, because you're in that situation. You're so focused on, oh my God, like, how am I supposed to fix this problem? And then in the end, you're kind of like perpetually in this place where you don't get out of the boundary of the problem, so you're not able to address it. Wow, man, this is such wisdom.
Damn.
Easy topic.
Huh?
Like, exactly what you said. कहने का मकसद यही है ना कि this is something that, I think I'm going to make it a point to myself, not just myself, but like all the friends that we have, and when I'm in Dubai next time, that I'm going to, and I'm sure I wouldn't even have to bring this up. They'll probably say, "Achha, I think personal बात है," just try to pick the bone, but
यार जैसे कि उमर अदील ने बोला, चलो कोई पर्सनल बात करते हैं. अच्छा बता.
क्या पर्सनल बात करते हैं? या अपनी पर्सनल बात करो.
पर्सनल लाइफ छोड़ो, अपनी बीमारियां बता मुझे.
So exactly. But can I give us like this? Guys, we should normalize this conversation.
At least, close friends में at least ये होना चाहिए. चलो बीमारियां नहीं पता, एक दूसरे का blood group
Yeah. I think that's a fantastic idea. That everyone should exchange that information. In the friends group.
पता होना चाहिए. The good thing, I don't know mine.
Well, honestly, I don't. They'll tell you.
I'll do that. What's yours?
Yeah. I think mine is B-. I'm pretty sure.
I think good. We're guessing now.
Just make sure yours is B- too. That's what I'm trying to say.
Doctor, he told me once he thinks he's B-, so it must be that.
Yeah, तेरा भी B- होना. Doctor ने कहना कि B- कर दे ताकि
कर दे doctor. To do it.
B- ज़्यादा ऊपर नीचे नहीं करना, वरना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगी.
माइनस कितना बड़ा लेंगे? हाँ वही बताओ. Tell me your
qualms.
Tell me. Let's list them. Tell me. No telling. I know. I think it wasn't in school, was it?
Was it in school? नहीं, school में तो this much is okay हो रहा था ना.
This much is okay.
Yeah.
I have both daughters. I have.
So there's a teacher, right, that we used to have in school. God bless him. Like, he was, I'm pretty sure he's alive. Great teacher. Well, actually, I take that back. I don't know if he was great. Because I think I learned more in self-study as opposed to actually being in class. The fact that I needed tuitions tells you everything that, about, I guess, I think not just me, everyone for all levels that I know of needed tuitions because the teacher was not that great. But still he was a teacher, so I don't want to disrespect him. I think I've done that already though. Anyway, yeah. So kind of going in the game. I remember coming into class, and this was when grade 11, I think grade 11 or something like that. And there was this teacher. I don't even want to say his name because if he ever turns around to watch this, it'll be super embarrassing. He was South Indian and he was basically teaching. I had the habit of, saying hello and sometimes joking with teachers. Yeah, maybe that's just my personality. Try to diffuse the tension in the room because the teachers were very defensive as well. Some of them were like, there because like they were ready to like, I don't know, like punish you all the time. But anyway, so I think it was the PE, physical education period or something. And then we came back and I got into the classroom and then the teacher was standing there and like super pissed, like why isn't everyone back in class already? And I went up to him and I said, hello, sir. And then I gave him my hand to shake his hand and he just gave me like part of his, like the tip of his fingers. And I said to him, sir, like, I want to shake your hand. Like, well, and then he said, no, this much is okay. And so that I think it's become like a running joke, which
the same
which
guy.
I don't think is ever good. Yeah.
Same guy who has 2 daughters from both our girls.
Yeah. Same dude.
Okay. But I think mostly we had good teachers, bro.
Yeah. You could say that.
Mostly. Especially
Honestly.
the legendary PE sir.
Oh yeah. I mean, who could forget him? Guy comes from the army, doesn't know anything about cricket, and then becomes a cricket coach and takes our team from like basically a team that didn't usually qualify from like group stages to become champion.
I think our team prior to him was still like thereabouts. I think quarterfinal, semi-final.
I don't think we ever went up to semi-final. I think pretty sure quarterfinal we would have done. But then quarterfinal is just one game after like, like the group stages. So I think there's a round of 16 first though. And then we do. That's how you used to play on the Robbie Cup, remember? Yeah. So all he basically used to do is tell us how to train. Like that's all he used to do. How fitness means everything in life. Fitness means like it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, whether you're actually into sports, fitness is everything. You're not into sports, and fitness becomes even more important because you need to take out time to be fit and so on and so forth. So, yeah.
But I think also he also had a good focus on, although he never, I don't know if he said this directly or not, but I think a lot of his words were directed to being disciplined. There should be discipline among you. I think will be important.
Agreed.
I think in his way, he passed on his messages, and I think boys, because he was a kind soul, and despite being from army and unke haav se lagta tha him being ex-army, but he was very nice with us. He was one of the guys when he wanted to. He was strict when he wanted to.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
He fought to get us new gear. I remember that. I think he won over all the boys. When a new manager comes in and he's got to win over the dressing room. Like that was the moment when he got new kits for everyone. It was like mad respect. Mad respect. Yeah. This guy is everything. Bro, he didn't just get us new kits. He got the funding. He took the boys in the evening to go get the kits. Which is like
right.
Disneyland, right?
Party. I think that's what the boys needed, and I think he realized that's what the boys need. And then it's game over. The boys are in my pocket then.
Yeah, actually. And but we were not the only team that won. Like our batch was not the only team. He consistently.
Oh yeah. I think. Usi time se when legacy started. I mean, where teams, other schools started. I remember because of our good performance in the tournaments, other kids from other schools and started joining us who were training in academies. That they wanted to be part of that team. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm not going to take names, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. I
Guys
know about a few names that
later.
you're talking. Yeah. But you know what? One thing
it only made our team stronger. It only made our team stronger.
Yeah. The one thing I will say here, fun story. And this is how, great some of these childhood stories are. We were playing the semifinal against, I believe it was Westminster.
Oh yeah, okay, that legendary match. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
semi-final. Yeah,
Yeah. Who hit the final winning runs
was
in
it
that
you?
game?
Yeah,
Why did you say that? Yeah, it was me.
yeah, okay. I remember. I remember the last over now. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the true hero of that match was. Hey, I don't want to take names here,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
No,
was
don't. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, like, just take my name. That's all that matters. I won the game. Anyway.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
the funny story that I was going to share with you is, who was bowling?
Me. I think you told me. You told me about it.
Yeah.
We had this
Oh, I did.
discussion earlier.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
you
Okay.
like
Yeah.
to because you like to blow your trumpet all the time. So I know this.
I know that. Listen, I did not blow my trumpet. I just asked you who hit the winning run.
That's
So
how I know.
technically,
Because you blew your trumpet. Who hit the winning runs? And followed by who was bowling. This conversation has happened before.
oh my God. And so basically, again, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying that was the first time our school won anything.
Was it? I think we
Yeah.
lost in the final the year earlier, right?
Yeah.
Or semi-final.
No. We didn't
The
lose
year
any
prior.
semifinal.
Year
Uh,
prior.
I wasn't in the teams. I don't lose, right? So we won the final that year, and I think it was a very low scoring final too. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah, our
yeah,
semi-final was better than our final.
yeah, definitely for
Final was
sure.
very one-sided.
Yeah, it was very
We
one
finished that
sided. Yeah,
game pretty quickly.
yeah, very quickly. So that was a good time. It was
Yeah,
a good
good
time.
time. No, it was a very good
Yeah,
time, bro. Very good time.
yeah,
And I think that team worked well as well because the seniors didn't have the air of superiority.
I don't think there weren't that many seniors in that team.
Yeah, जो भी थे, मतलब तीन चार तो I can count off the top of my head.
Yeah,
But they
yeah,
never had that air of superiority. के, we are
yeah,
seniors, you're newcomers.
yeah. I
जो
agree.
अच्छा खेल रहा है वो खेलेगा, जो नहीं जो
Yeah,
you just
Merit.
meritocracy थी ना.
Yeah, yeah,
तो उसमें but I think अच्छा time था. It was a very good time. I mean, no
yeah.
one would be at that point in time. No one was like. I mean, I don't think anyone who was part of the team, even if they were not part of the playing squad,
Mhm.
everyone was excited to be at the games because
Yeah,
camaraderie अच्छी थी. To know,
yeah,
but because you'll have a ball of a time,
yeah,
regardless of
exactly.
how the match went.
Yeah, exactly. And those things are so important because further down the road in life, it makes you understand. It helps you understand what a winning team looks like. And I'm not just talking about sports. I'm talking about just generally in life, like whether it be work, whether it be sport or what have you, or even picking friends for that matter, right? You know what's going to work as a team. So if you're picking friends to go and do barbecue, you know exactly what team to pick.
That one guy. That one guy who never does barbecue.
Yeah. That guy, like, literally, like,
We need to make
goodness
him do
gracious,
barbecue, bro.
well, I mean, I don't think he's ever going to. Like, he's not done it up to now. You think he'll do it?
I don't think so.
Like, how many times have we been to his house? How many times?
So, मतलब वो इतना तंग आ गया कि वो मुल्क छोड़ के चल.
Yeah. मतलब हमने उसके घर पे मतलब रोज फीफा खेला. ठीक है?
कसम
खाने
से.
मंगवाए. खाने फोड़े.
खाने खाए. केचप
खाने
गिराई.
फोड़े भी. केचप
रेड
भी.
बुल
रेड बुल गिराई. और क्या गिराया? 2-3
कुछ
बॉटल
नहीं.
गिराए. शीशा भी किया. And then in spite of all of this, बंदा सोचता है कि एक दफा तो बंदा बारबेक्यू कर ले.
नहीं, बारबेक्यू करता था. बारबेक्यू का प्लान होता था, करता नहीं था. बारबेक्यू का प्लान होता
गोश्त कोई चुरा के ले गया.
था कसम से.
Anyway, अगली दफा
Good
मिलेगा
times,
तो
bro.
हम उससे पूछेंगे. Yeah, definitely.
और